Welcome back, everybody. We are the Fargo Knots. We are once again here to watch a pilot episode from one of the Disney cartoon oeuvre. Um, we've done stuff from DuckTales to, Marsupilami to Gargoyles, all that stuff. This week, for you, we have Pepper Ann. She's much too cool for 7th grade. You guys have any strong memories about the Pepper Ann?
Just the theme song?
Yeah.
And some the main character and maybe one or two other characters. Other than that, it's about a girl in 7th grade probably dealing with those difficult things.
Yes. Dude, you're right. It was premiered in 1997. Ended in the end of 2001. And it was the first Disney animated television series to be created by a woman.
Really?
So,
that's
yeah. And
was the woman was notable for doing other things before this, or she just wanted to make a cartoon?
she's done other shows.
Okay.
Her name is Sue Rose. She co-created the character Fido Dido. I don't know if off the top of your head you know the guy, but if you saw a picture of him, show you boys.
Fido Dido. Never heard the name, but maybe a picture will jog.
Go up on like 7-Up and stuff. 7-Up ads.
Oh, that.
Okay.
Yes, that is totally a Pepper Ann style character.
Yeah, she that. He also created Angela Anaconda. You guys remember that?
Yeah, more notably than Pepper Ann.
She also created the live-action show Unfabulous, which had Emma Roberts in it.
Huh.
Back in 2004. She was like a girl that wrote songs and crap.
This graphic is so 90s to me.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so it's a interesting show. I guess it doesn't go into any further explanation. If I dug more, I can find it. But the character originated in a comic strip published in YM magazine.
Okay.
Just American teen magazine. So.
Huh. I do recall Pepper Ann's voice.
Yeah. Yes.
She sounded like she was smoking like 3 packs a day.
Yeah. And we'll definitely it's someone you probably recognize, but we'll get into that, after the episode.
That's just one element that I remember. She had the raspy kind of voice.
The raspy voice. Yep. Very much so. But like you said, it's just about trials and tribulations of adolescence. So should we get into it?
Let's do it. Let's pepper some Ann.
See you guys after.
That was Pepper Ann. What I gathered from this was very 90s, but also very punk inspired. And when you shared that picture of that caricature that the person drew, Fido Dido,
right.
That was like 90s punk to me. And then a lot of this with the intro and everything, it seemed like it was trying to exemplify the punk nature and the attitude.
That's
I don't know.
I agree.
Weird episode. Hit the premise pretty easily, like the premise of her marching in her own parade. Like, it's just, if you take the lyrics of the song and kind of frame every episode around those themes, that's what you get.
Right. Oh yeah. She get pimple, right before school picture day. What we doing? How we getting rid of this pimple? The shenanigans occur. Perfect.
I never liked, even as a kid, the idea that the theme song makes her out to be like this cool person who's breaking the mold, doing her own thing, not caring what people think, succeeding, doing all these things.
Yeah.
But then she's just shown to be like, not any of those things.
I wonder if that's on. I wonder if that's like being facetious. Like she's saying like, oh, look, she's the best, she's the whatever. But in actuality, she's just
Like that's the joke.
Yeah.
And
the joke
and
is,
in the song
yeah.
too, they said like she's her own biggest fan. So maybe in her eye, you know what I mean? Like you try and puff yourself up to go back to middle school that next day and face your fucking bullies or whatever. And
No,
I don't know.
I get that.
I didn't really
exactly.
enjoy this. I'll just say that outright.
It was.
I don't.
There was elements that I liked, and they were just the ones that were more freakish. It wasn't about the story or anything like that. It was like these little vignettes of her, what's like going on in her mind, and how she sees herself in the situation. That was the only interesting part to me.
Yeah,
Because then
and,
you got to like these
The crap.
creepy things.
yeah.
The animators got to
The
be,
90s.
There's the blob thing. We were like, what the hell is that? Like these weird things that were just there for like less than 10 seconds on screen. You're like, wait, what did I just see?
It just
Right.
it rides a really weird line where like, yeah, she has these moments where of like it's just pure fantasy and then she kind of snaps back to things. But then there's also moments where in real time these like things are happening where it's like none of the other characters are reacting to it. She's not even really saying anything like, why the fuck do I look like this? It's just it happens and then we move on from it. And it's like a strange kind of like, where do you I don't know how to say it, like the suspension of disbelief, like where does that begin and end?
Yeah, because it's like when this abruptly happens, you're like, wait, did she just turn into a blob? Are they looking at her as a blob?
Yeah. Right.
It's hard to take away or take out the reality aspects. Like, is this happening real time or is this what's going on in her head? Because there are moments in this where it's like she's looking at a situation and then it starts to distort reality for her. So that's her perspective. Right. And then there's moments where she's interacting with people and she's in that situation she was a blob, and like, are the people seeing her as a blob now? I don't know.
Right, or is it just an imagined thing and like, just a cartoon style thing,
Yeah.
It's just like showing what's going on, an exaggerated situation.
Yeah, and it seemed like a scapegoat towards, the main issue with the conflict was going to a mall that wasn't seen as cool or chic, and then she goes to the mall to find the cream for her zit.
Yep.
But
yeah,
then,
it's two like middle school teenager problems of you get your pimple and it's on picture day, and like you have to shop at the unpopular place, which that happens a lot for kids in that age group, and they get kind of embarrassed.
But then like it turns out the world just works for her, I guess, in these situations. Like
it ended up working out.
Yeah, like the people that were doing the supermodel Mindy did a little expose with some punks at the mall because they're like, we like going here, you get stuff dirt cheap or whatever.
I like to buy the cream for me hair.
Yeah,
get the cream for the hair. And it's like a like a 90s version of like an influencer show,
And then that turns out to be the cool thing, and then she's seen at school as like the cool girl now.
Yeah, she's in the background of the camera shot too.
She just walks by the camera. Okay, so that's what like it's like these little Deus Ex Machinas. Like, oh, things just work out for Pepper Ann. She sees herself as a certain way, but then she takes it to an extent that kind of doesn't warrant the attitude, but then like the world just kind of reformulates it for her to be like, hey, take it easy on yourself. Everybody thinks you're cool now.
Right. Yeah, it's like there's things like, some of the animation I enjoyed, some of the the character designs, some of the voices and stuff. So there's things in here that I enjoyed, but overall, like, I don't need to watch more.
No, I get it.
It's
Just
like, it's a fun reminder, right? Like, oh yeah, but
very 90s.
yeah, I don't think
I think it had all that aesthetic going for it. Like the baggy, like this guy is all 90s right here. He looks like he's from Oasis. He's about ready to drop a Wonderwall rendition.
Here's a fun little connection. You guys recognize that, like, character design style from anywhere else?
Yeah, I'm thinking of Codename Kids Next Door.
Yes, Tom Warburton was the creator of Kids, the lead character designer for it. You can definitely see it.
Yeah, that's true. That's another one I haven't watched too much, but I do remember or recall that art style.
Yeah, I wasn't a big Kids Next Door fan. Maybe I was growing out of it at that point. I don't know, but I just wasn't into it that much. You guys recognize any voices?
I'm here or there, like the girl that played Mindy. Maybe I recall like her voice being used in a lot of stuff, but I don't know her name.
Yeah, so Pepper Ann, lead character, was voiced by someone named Kathleen Wilhoit.
Okay.
She's one of those like 90s, like, oh, that person. You know what I mean? Like, you see her in a bunch of stuff, live action as well. She was here on an episode of Twin Peaks.
Really?
She played Gwen Moran in the episode Drive with a Dead Girl.
That's Lucy's sister, yeah.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and she was in Gilmore Girls as Jess's mom. She's in ER. But she is the voice of Pepper Ann. Yeah. Her friend Nikki, someone named Cleo Lewis. The only thing really of note that I knew her from, and it's only like very extremely vaguely, was she was Ellen's best friend on the Ellen show back in the day, like Ellen DeGeneres' sitcom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Milo, her dude best friend. You definitely know this guy too. His name's Danny Cooksey. He was on the last few seasons of Different Strokes. He played Budnick on Salute Your Shorts.
Oh my God! Yeah, he was in Terminator 2.
Yep, young John Connor's friend.
He saved John Connor. He saved John Connor. He saved his life.
Yeah.
Before the Terminator did. Or,
Exactly.
Hey man, there's a cop looking for you.
Yeah. The mom, we talked about her a few times. April Winchell. She was Peg on Goof Troop. She was Miss Finster on Recess.
She has a great Midwestern kind of
Yeah.
effect to her voice.
And then, Moose, her little sister, was voiced by Pamela Adlon, a.k.a. Bobby Hill.
Oh.
Yep. Her little sister that was skateboarding and shit.
Yeah.
That was, Pamela Adlon. And then the cool 8th grader, at the end,
Yeah.
Uh,
Craig.
his name's Craig Bean.
Craig
He's voiced
Bean.
by Jeff Bennett, and he kind of interesting because he is the voice of the titular character of Johnny Bravo.
What?
He was, yep, he was Dexter and Dee Dee's dad in Dexter's Laboratory. He was Big Billy in Powerpuff Girls. He was Brooklyn in Gargoyles. Yeah. So he was the cool 8th grader guy. And then you just get a bunch of, people we've seen in other stuff. Voice of Phil and Lil plays one of the ditzy popular girls that you saw.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Does Craig have braces, or are those had to be braces?
I don't know.
I
Luke
respect
Perry.
those voices.
Was on it for a while.
I think I have braces. I have braces too.
Or he played Pepper Ann's dad.
We didn't see
Kathy
the dad.
Najimy. No. The principal you rightly identified as Maxwell Smart himself, Don Adams from Get Smart, who also is the voice of Inspector Gadget.
What a big forehead that man had in this.
Yeah, right. And then Jim Cummings plays a science teacher. Phoebe Newirth, who was Lilith on Frasier, is a teacher. James Avery, Uncle Phil, was a teacher. Smith,
Shredder.
Sherwood Smith, aka Red Foreman, played a woodshop teacher. So it ran till 2001.
Right.
And gonna make a movie in '99, but they scrapped it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What a bummer. What a loss to the world, huh?
She's like 1 in a million, dude.
Yeah. They could have made $1 million cents.
They could have.
Pennies.
Yeah.
Million pennies.
Nobody needs that.
Yeah.
I don't think we needed that in 2001 after 9/11.
Right.
It's like the second 9/11.
Before.
Or before, yeah. If it was in production like after the first season, yeah. Wait, did it run for more than one season then?
It ended November 30th, 2001.
Okay.
So
3 seasons.
a month later.
Yeah, this was an interesting throwback.
It's another one I don't see hanging around as much.
We have claimed a jihad against America for the cancellation of Pepper Ann.
Oh my god, wouldn't that be a thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god, we got a green light Pepper Ann again. She's like
The
1 in a million.
What? Two's company.
And can't believe to say it, but we're approaching our final episode. This was the penultimate.
Yeah, of our Disney stuff. Yeah, next up is not
One.
the Mighty Ducks, right?
Quack. Quack.
Quack.
Quack.
Quack.
Quack.
Quack.
Quack.
Quack.
Except the team, it's some humanoid duck aliens with cool armor. One of the dude wears a mask that looks like the Mighty Ducks mask.
Oh, all right.
Bam, 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 bam.
You ever just started the quack chant to see if people do it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude.
Many a time.
Many times. I want to know how that goes. Like,
My
just start
friend
going
group
quack.
has done that.
I'd say it's like a solid 3 out of 5. You know,
Sure.
if they were born or grew up anywhere in the 90s and had exposure to Mighty Ducks, it might take a second, but then once 1 or 2 people start, everybody else is like, okay, yeah, quack.
Quack.
I think our friend group definitely did that a few times.
We did that at the lunch table.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. There we go.
The table where things happen, where we just started quack, quack, and then slamming our fists. I forgot if anybody else
great.
joined in, but yeah, I mean maybe a few other people that got the joke, but
Right.
we were much too cool for high school, I guess.
School.
All right. Well, we'll leave it there. Pepper Ann is done. We peppered that Ann enough.
We never have to go back to it.
Never ever.
We can just be done with Pepper Ann. Again.
Again.
We closed the book once in 2001, and here we are. We flipped it open to a random page, and we're like, yeah, I'm good.
I think we just read the first page. We're like, yep.
Pepper Ann. Too cool for 7th grade. She's a 1 in a million.
The end. Again.
Again.
Yeah, let's hope this next one isn't as the Mighty Ducks one. Honestly, know nothing about it. Once you explained it, I mean, the only thing I'm looking forward to is just the discussion on the voices and seeing what those are all about. I think I saw maybe a commercial for it on an old VHS. Maybe Toy Story. When I watched Toy Story on VHS, there was like a Mighty Ducks commercial on there. That's the only frame of reference I have for that. So I'll be interested to see what that whole show is about.
That will be interesting.
All right. Well, you want to sign us off, Bradshaw?
All right. Well, I guess so. Thank you all for joining us. Come back for our final episode where we watch the Mighty Ducks, like we said. Yeah, y'all have a good night. Say goodbye, y'all.
Goodbye, y'all.
Goodbye.